Chinese satellite reportedly grappled and moved another spacecraft away from orbit. And I'll leave a link below for you for the video. It's of course it's not Creative Commons, so I can't copy it, but it's about a minute, but you should see it. It basically moves the satellite a third of the Earth's orbit, around a third of the Earth's circumference. So that's quite a feat. Now, the event was discussed as part of a webinar on managing the risks of satellite close approaches in geostationary orbit. It was hosted by Center for Strategic and International Studies and the Secure World Foundation earlier this week. Last week, China reportedly demonstrated yet another advancement in space-based technology and capabilities as an analytics firm claimed to have seen a satellite grab another satellite and yank it from its orbit. And as we see in the video, I would say it's about a third or a quarter, definitely over a quarter of the orbit around the Earth. Now, according to Breaking Defense Report, upon the event, China's Shijiang 21 satellite, or SJ-21, vanished from view on January 22nd, and it resurfaced while performing a quote-unquote large maneuver to approach a dead Beidou navigation system satellite. The SJ-21 then yanked the Beidou from its orbit and deposited it in a graveyard orbit a few hundred kilometers away, where it's unlikely to interact with or collide with live satellites. Graveyard orbit is typically classified as 300 kilometers above geostationary orbit, around 36,000 kilometers above the Earth's surface. The information was reportedly presented by Brian Flewing, Chief Architect of Space Situation Awareness, SSA, at Exo Analytic Solutions. And these are the people that give us the video concerning this event, showing the footage of the event. He said, "We continue to track SJ-21 and monitor it for conjunctions with all known space objects. The ability to maintain custody of SJ-21 after this large daytime maneuver is an important and unique capability of EXO's commercial SSA network," he said. The latest tracking data acquired earlier this week from EXO Analytics telescopes show the SJ-21 separating from the Beidou, leaving the latter in the eccentric super graveyard drift orbit, Flewing said, told the outlet after the event. He said, "What we know for sure is what we can observe by its actions in space, the intent behind it, and what China plans to do with this technology is a more subjective assessment." The gap in observations was reportedly caused by the fact that it docked with the now defunct satellite during the day when telescopes are unable to image. According to the report, the SJ-21 maneuver is consistent with the U.S. initiative of On-Orbit Servicing, Assembly, and Manufacturing, OSAM for short. These capabilities, which the U.S. and Europe have also pursued, such missions would reportedly come within Space Command's operations and might be a factor in future Artemis program launches, the Artemis moon mission. Artemis is about more than getting back to the moon. It's about sustained human presence on the moon and the ultimate goal of going to Mars, said Larry Hoopner, NASA technical lead for OSAM-2. This is what he said at the event. The SJ-21 was reportedly supposed to test and verify space debris mitigation technologies, but the ability to shift satellites around signifies that China has alarming capabilities for orbital manipulation of other nations' satellites, according to U.S. experts. Also at the webinar, CSIS, the Secure World Foundation, and the University of Texas at Austin introduced the new web-based project to watch real-time and forecast movements of satellites and space debris, with the goal of improving transparency about close approaches in orbit. An OSAM-capable vehicle may ultimately be equipped with a 3D printer to generate new pieces for production in space, allowing space vehicles to achieve remarkable capabilities. The U.S. reportedly intends to launch a Servicer satellite in 2025. And I'll leave a link below for the video you can watch. It's amazing. This is by Kirill Kirilliv on Sputnik. Please leave your comments and thank you for your support. support my Patreon account. The daily posts are 5 videos daily, and they are totally different from what I have on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for your support and that you find all my content so interesting. You'll find the Patreon account details in the description box.